Hello. Good to see you.
All right there, Revenants. Welcome back to Code Vein and the Road to 100, where today we're in the memories here, and we have the Queen's Knight to fight and engage over here in the big arena, and the crooked smiley face here with the bludgeon nose, you and these two eyes here. In this area will be a lot of fun with all of the enemies that we have to go through. You'll probably never see this the same way again, with the nose here and the two nostrils and the crooked smiley face with the sideburns on the side. Anyways, so as we go through here, we are going to be running Cert, and we will be having quite a bit of stamina because we have Jack along, so, and we have morale boost as well, so we'll be at 419 stamina overall pretty much most of the time. We will have very fast gift casting, as well as sand edge to knock enemies down to put us in a position to do a charge attack or an execution or something of the like. We will have a very good Ichor recovery set here on the Machete, paired with blood-sucking blades and the Ivory Grace. Now the Ivory Grace will probably do better for values here, if we are going for damage overall, but if we're trying to go for some Ichor recovery, this will be our best bet. Now we're going with execution here because everything in this area has a weakness to blood, and so we will go for the highest blood slash we can possibly go for. This is the best idea to go for here in the player memories, blood slash, and so that is what we will be doing. And we will also be having a huge amount of Ichor recovery, while at the same time having pretty big damage overall as we go along here. And you can see that execution is literally no joke for what we have going here. Now let's look at sand edge here very easily to knock enemies down and set them up for an execution. So it works out very well for us to make sure that we have you know, all of the appropriate setups that we can go for to make sure that we have all the damage that's going to be necessary for what we're doing. Okay, so for this guy, obviously you go for the plunge attack into a backstab here, and this will allow us, again, a setup for execution here. And as you can see, that's kind of just the entire setup of what we're going for. Okay, we'll knock that guy down. Okay, good. And our weapon range is pretty decent, but overall it's nothing, you know, crazy incredible. Let's knock that guy down so we get so we get him interested in us. Okay, and our damage is pretty good overall. Let's knock him down again. Good. Okay, and this is a great way to go about engaging these guys overall. Really not the greatest kind of setup here and everything that's going on, but we definitely have pretty decent damage and really good Ichor recovery overall. Okay, let's get an execution on this guy. So you can see how that setup works pretty well overall for what we have going on. And if we want to, we can get rid of this and just go for some lifesteal here, just to make sure that we're getting enough health back along the way, because we do have, you know, pretty easy time to go ahead and kill enemies here. And so we almost don't even need Serene Stance, just because of the fact that we have 419 stamina overall here. It does very well for us. Okay, and we'll go ahead and knock him down and get some Ichor here. Okay, good, we got the kill on him, so we get another 5% of our health here. So you can see just how everything kind of works together overall. Let's see if we can hit her from here. Nope. Okay. Alright. And maybe we'll get a backstab here, which will set us up oh so very nicely for everything that we need to do here. Okay. Now, obviously, for this lady, you want to be going for lightning, but unfortunately, that's not what we have here at the moment. So we just have to kind of take it as we go here. That should be a kill. Yep, okay, good. And now we are set up pretty nicely for the invasion here. So let's go ahead and head back to our gift acceleration here because we're going to need it during this engagement here. So let's see. Let's go ahead and start it up. Okay. Kill, get rid of Doggo here. We'll get this guy knocked down so we can set up here for some pretty big damage. Okay, this should be a kill, hopefully to get us a little bit more ability there. Whoops. Okay, that was not very good at all. Okay, and this invasion will be pretty tough overall, but nothing we won't be able to absolutely not handle. It will just take a little bit of finesse here. Okay. Oops. Okay, good. We'll get rid of that guy. Oops. Okay, we're gonna be down here for a sec. That's completely fine. We should be able to take out Doggo here. Okay. That dude absolutely wrecked us. Several attacks, which is really bad. Okay, and we should be getting close to the end here. Let's get some big damage there on all those guys. Let's knock him down. Go for a couple of attacks here. Good job, Jack. Okay, now we got this fine specimen. Okay. Okay, let's get a launch here. Good. That will set us up very nicely here for maybe a second launch. Nope. Okay, we're dead. Yeah, she's not gonna knock down at all. Okay. Okay. Yep, these enemies definitely take it very hard here, but definitely were able to get through the invasion, which is pretty shocking overall. Let's go ahead and use a regen inducer since we get one here to pick up. And Jack didn't die. He really wasn't in any kind of fear almost even of dying, which is pretty shocking to say the least for Jack, all things considered. So that was a pretty good invasion set there. We'll just continue on. And we're able to actually have some pretty good sustainment ability in each of the fights, depending on what is going on. Let's see here. Let's get her interested in us to come around this way, because we want to fight her one-on-one here. Absolutely. Don't want to fight her with any of her friends here. Okay. Good. Backstab is excellent for us. Okay. We'll go for an execution and then a big attack there. Okay. Now these enemies are the killer enemies that we gotta watch out for. So very good to take care of them quickly and efficiently. All right. So then this guy, we'll take care of him. Okay. And then these guys here, we can attack this guy through the walls like that and get him interested in coming over here. Okay, and because we have big I-core recovery on our attacks there, we are completely okay to do everything. Whoops. Okay, we'll take care of him. And execution is putting in overtime work here with each of these enemies that we run into, because it is very good for this area of the game. Ouch. Okay. Doggo is overpowered. This literally is, you know, the don't get hit ever kind of setup because of the Ivory Grace and because of how the very, very, very low ability set here to, you know, recover anything along the way. So we'll go ahead and give up our, actually let's give up our stamina here for probably regenerative drain. We'll go with life steal. Hopefully it works out in the end good enough. We're pretty good on our stamina because of Jack and having Serene Stance and morale boost ourselves. This should help us more than everything else. So we'll go for a couple more stamina pieces here. Okay. And we'll get this guy up in the air and then get some iframes here. And we definitely got to get out of here. Okay. Good. Whoa. That guy is, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Definitely in for a real ride here with these guys. Okay. Okay, and it looks like everybody got taken care of, and we really took a beating there for that, which is pretty unfortunate that we even got hit so much. It would be nice if Sand Edge was able to knock down these Blood Knights, but that's not actually the case. So we'll switch to Jupiter's Blade here, just for these special wonderful specimens. Okay, still can't get the backstab, which is unfortunate. Okay, good job, Jack. Wow, Jack doing work there. So that was pretty impressive overall. Okay, and okay, somehow Doggo killed us. Oops. Okay, I can't figure out what's going on here. Somehow we got poisoned, somehow the dogs hit us, somehow we didn't hit anything. Looks like Execution was able to take them out, which is fine, but everything else just kind of went super south there really fast. So let's just go ahead and head back and hopefully not make that same dumb mistake twice. Okay. But as you can see, running the machete here is a lot of fun, and it has a really good utility set in how to engage each of the enemies here along the way, and we're able to really do some good damage overall. Okay, somehow we missed everybody there. That's really unfortunate. Okay, good. Let's knock this guy down, so we don't have to worry about him as much. Good. And the sword has incredible stagger potential if you didn't already notice that along the way here. So very good for basically everything we're doing here is to have the machete running, because most of these enemies can be knocked down. Circular Cleaver knocks them down as well, and Execution is just an incredible gift overall. Good job, Jack. Nice job. Okay. There we go. Ouch. We're dead. Okay. Definitely pain in many ways here with what's going on in these areas. So we'll just go ahead and heal up all the way there. Somehow we can't do anything here to kill these guys, and Jack actually killed somebody. That's pretty incredible, actually. Typically he doesn't kill anything. Okay, let's whoops, I was gonna go for a launch there, but that was not the case, unfortunately. Okay, let's wait for her to stand up and throw her to the ground. Okay. Okay, and very good to do a little song and dance there around those enemies, because they are pretty brutal in how they go about engaging everything. Come on. Man, these dogs are just super ravenous about trying to take us out. That's completely fine. You run into dogs, and the best thing to do is to kill them absolutely super quick. And we'll go ahead and heal up here. And most of the time, though, it's just a pain every time you run into the dogs for all the reasons that dogs are the reasons. Okay, as we move on here, the Queen's Knight here shouldn't be too incredibly awful. Obviously, Sand Edge is gotta go because it doesn't knock bosses down. That's something it does not do. So we are going to, whoops. So we are going, oh, okay. We just literally screwed all of that up in every single possible way. All of that was messed. Okay, so that's fine.
Good.
I should have parried, I should have attacked, I should have done retreat. There's basically everything I should have done I didn't do in any way. And I can't get a backstab on this guy. Okay, we got that. Got both of those guys somehow. Okay, let's get out of here. Whoops. Okay. That guy just did 2,300 health immediately there, which was pretty ridiculous. Okay. We're definitely in a bad way here. We're not really paying attention to what's going on. But the nice thing is that you do have Sand Edge for certain things like this. You can throw guys off edges and different things when it comes down to it. Okay. We're literally just not parrying anything, not even trying to, unfortunately. Okay. Yep. Definitely doing great work here. Okay. Good job, Jack. There we go. Finally, we got a parry out there, accidentally. There we go. Get rid of the blood-soaked devil here.
Something useful?
Now, the great thing about this build, right, is the fact that you can knock enemies down and set up for an execution attack, which is really, really powerful, as well as, you know, being able to really, really kind of do whatever you want to the enemy in any form of it, and you can constantly engage the enemy and come up on them, because most of these enemies, except for the Blood Knights, you can throw them to the ground, and Circular Cleaver can actually throw the Blood Knights to the ground. These two over here specifically, right there, we can throw them to the ground if we want to, but with a Sand Edge, we can't actually knock them off those edges. So that's really, really unfortunate that that's the case, but you don't really need to fight them overall. So let's go for Queen's Knight here, and all the same things will apply. It's just this will probably be Jupiter's Blade, and probably sure, Aurora Flash. Either one of these would be fine. Probably the best will be like Blast Bolt and Plasma Roar, something like that. But other than that, we should be completely set up and ready to go. Our original build for the area falls completely flat. Whoops. When you are fighting this guy. Okay. We're already dead. That's comforting. Okay. Wow, he's really going after Jack. Okay, very nice, fast, we're both dead. Very nice to have a very fast cast of Serene Stance, and because we have two gift accelerators running at the same time, basically simultaneously all the time, we're completely able to keep slashing away with our weapon because of just the fact that we have such a fast casting overall. And this is how you can make really good use of Serene Stance overall, is the fact that you have really good ability to continually make more stamina along the way. Okay. Whoa. His backhand there. Okay, and now we can go for a bunch of damage here. And you can see here, watch how fast we cast Serene Stance. And we're right back into the slashing. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize what he was doing. Okay. Now let's go ahead and heal, because why not? Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right. All things considered, pretty good here. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. Jack's probably gonna die here. Or, yep. Okay. Well, this is definitely an interesting fight, to say the least here. Oops, got my face cut off again. There we go. There we go. So definitely a tough fight there for sure. Just because the machete is kind of slow, but it's still an incredibly worth it kind of feeling to run this kind of a setup for the engagements there that we have in the memories. And again, if you're running Execution and Sand Edge, it's really nice that it pushes enemies down, and you're able to keep going right up to the enemies. And here, if you were back in the Cathedral, you would go for Jupiter's Blade, as we know. And I'll show you how this kind of compares to enemies here in the Cathedral, as opposed to the enemies that we were fighting in the memories. So as certain builds are pretty good and pretty usable in certain areas, sometimes they literally just fall flat at certain times. But being quick mobility with such a slow weapon is pretty helpful at certain times here. Okay, we'll go ahead and parry this guy so we get Sand Edge up and running here. And you can see that it does work pretty decent for these enemies. Whoa, he's like on roller skates there. Came very far forward. Okay. Apparently that doesn't go through doorways somehow. I never knew that before, but that's a new one for me. I am very much in danger because I'm dead. Okay, and you can see that the intense splashing techniques and everything of these enemies is pretty brutal on our abilities here, because if we get tagged once, oh okay, that's interesting, it takes you back here. If you get tagged once, we don't have any defenses to speak of here. 23 slash is literally like 0 in the long run of how things go. But this idea of pushing enemies away and then closing the distance on them. Now, there is another kind of interaction that you can do here with one of the other gifts in the game. There are actually 2 other gifts that you can use to close the distance. You can either use Savage Dive or Phantom Assault. Either one of these would be pretty beneficial for what we have running here. So if we do something like this, oh, okay, and we're dead. As you can see, we literally don't have any ability to withstand any of these attacks overall. But if you knock an enemy down and then close the distance with Savage Dive, things can work out for you very, very, very well, actually, when all things are said and done. Because you knock the enemy down, you go in for a Savage Dive, and then
Can't
you
go ahead
transition
alone.
into like a Jupiter's
Thanks.
Blade or Execution or something like that. So let's try this again here. Okay, very, very simple to parry with the Ivy Veils for these specific enemies. Okay, there you go. And that's how the setup should go typically, is that kind of fast engagement style of you know, running running over to them. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Okay, and we don't have a Savage Dive there, but that would have been a nice time to go for one there when she was knocked down. So pretty interesting kind of a setup here that we have running, and it can be used to pretty good effect, all things considered. That Sand Edge is kind of a unique, interesting kind of an idea for 6 I-Core to knock somebody down. Is that really worth it? Well, it can be, especially like in the memories there where we were throwing enemies to the ground with Sand Edge and then jumping in on them with Execution for big damage overall. So running these two kind of in tandem with another knockdown gift really does well. And as you saw, really didn't have any reason to ever run out of stamina almost at any point in time, and Serene Stance was just there as cherry on top of the cake. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. This was Cert, this was me, and the Machete again, and I just love this weapon. I think it's one of my favorite one-handed swords overall. It's a pretty sweet weapon, and we have pretty high attack value here, just for, you know, not really any other reason than just having a huge damage number for a really great sword. And we could have gone for something a little bit more spammy, I guess you could say, but nothing really comes close to being as fun as the Machete here. I guess you could go for some other weapons like the broadsword or something like that, and that gets you pretty close. Unfortunately, the Black Saber is just over the line there of 60 weight with the, I guess you could go for the alleviated with the Black Saber if you really want the alleviated Ivory Grace, and then go for something like this. It's still not as much damage as what we're rocking in the Machete though. So anyways, hopefully this was enjoyable to see how you can kind of go through the memories in a different kind of a way after you've beaten the game, and it makes for a really good time. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow to finish out the Cathedral. Thanks for watching.